The Undead are rising again with bigger worlds, smarter enemies, and intense survival action. Here are the biggest new zombie games arriving in 2026. Let's get into it.
Dr. Rose, are you okay? Dr. Rose!
Don't worry about me. We'll meet again, I promise.
Psycho Dead throws players into a city where infection twists minds and madness spreads like wildfire. As paranoia grips every corner, reality starts to fracture, distorting friend and foe alike. Each encounter becomes a battle for survival and sanity, turning the decaying streets into a psychological war zone between the infected and the breaking human mind.
Once we're out of here, I promise to explain everything you want to know. The power within you is extraordinary. Not everyone has power like you, Elixia.
So, I'm just a weapon to be used. Then why are you helping me?
I just don't want to see you die here.
Freedom isn't as beautiful as you think. The world outside, it's much crueler than you imagine.
Listen to me, Elixia. If you escape, you can have a life of your own.
How can I trust you? What else have you lied about?
We, Atlas, made you, Elixia. I'm like a father to you.
I'll make them pay for what they did to you. This is my promise.
In Reanimal, humanity's DNA has fused with beasts, creating grotesque hybrids that dominate the wasteland. You scavenge and evolve to survive in a brutal ecosystem where prey and predator constantly shift roles. It's survival horror reborn through twisted evolution. Valor Mortis transforms medieval warfare into a plague-fueled apocalypse. Armies fall not to swords, but to infection that reanimates the fallen. With brutal melee combat and desperate survival choices, every battle becomes a fight against both death and decay. Blight Survival sets players in a plague-ravaged land where steel and sickness collide. As the Blight consumes kingdoms, the infected rise grotesque echoes of what once was human. Scavenging, crafting, and brutal combat define the struggle to endure, as every battle becomes a fight against decay itself. Phase Zero unfolds in a world shattered by a failed time travel experiment that unleashed a viral collapse. The infection bends space and warps reality, turning combat zones into shifting, unstable nightmares. Each encounter is unpredictable and terrifying, a fight against enemies that defy both logic and time itself.
만약 이 결정이 패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단의 이익을 저해한다면
In Mudang Two Hearts, ancient Korean shamanism meets modern horror. You play as a Mudang torn between spiritual duty and survival as possession and infection intertwine. Rituals, curses, and haunting folklore merge into a uniquely cultural zombie nightmare.
당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단인가? 그렇게 믿고 가라. 믿고 싶을 뿐. 당신은 무엇 때문에 분노하는가? 당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것입니다. 누군가 당신의 분노를 이용한다. 지정태!
Can you describe the sound in the recording?
Projekt Spectrum takes zombie survival to a global scale, with regions mutating differently under the infection. From frozen wastelands to burning cities, every environment changes how you fight and survive. It's a systemic world where adaptability is your greatest weapon.
I remember the wind, strong wind. What the hell happened here?
We got company!
But sometimes, loss can birth beasts and bury truths. What do you think? What if you are the beast?
The beast?
The Blood of Dawnwalker mixes gothic horror and plague-ridden fantasy. Vampiric infection fuels the undead curse, turning villages into feeding grounds of blood and shadow. You'll wield steel and sorcery in a desperate fight against darkness spreading like wildfire.
They came out into the light. We feared for our lives. But we should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Their worst nightmare. Trapped between the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all.
He is out there watching, seeping into you, growing.
Ill pushes body horror to disturbing new levels. Every mutation is grotesquely detailed, every encounter dripping with tension and disgust. You'll fight shifting monstrosities that evolve mid-combat, forcing you to adapt fast or be consumed by your own fear. In Liminal Point, reality itself becomes unstable as the infected breach dimensions. You'll navigate zones that distort space, time, and sanity, where danger can appear from any direction. It's survival horror on the edge of cosmic collapse.
In this city. Oh, but this place remembers. And so do I.
Projekt Z Beyond Order reimagines the zombie apocalypse as a ruthless tactical campaign. Command elite operatives through collapsing war zones where every shot, order, and decision shapes survival. The infected evolve, the tension escalates, and discipline becomes the only barrier between life and assimilation. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando channels pure 80s action horror with over-the-top zombie mayhem and roaring heavy metal. Players team up to blast through toxic wastelands, shredding through hordes of the undead in chaotic co-op combat. It's loud, wild, and gloriously old school, a blood-soaked tribute to the golden age of gore.
Liar, liar! Zombie liar! They're wrecking our ride!
Could use some help now!
I need some first... Can you all please cover me?
Whatever works!
遥か昔、この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。
Beast of Reincarnation explores a world where death isn't the end, it's evolution. Every fallen infected returns more dangerous, forcing you to adapt or perish. With grim storytelling and brutal combat, the cycle of rebirth becomes your greatest enemy.
西暦4026年、人類は滅亡を待つのみ。封じ子エマ、お前こそが輪廻の獣を滅ぼす刃となる。
Resident Evil Requiem marks a chilling new chapter in Capcom's legendary series. Classic survival horror returns with modern visuals, deeper tension, and an outbreak that reaches terrifying new depths. Expect scarce ammo, atmospheric dread, and the familiar fear of the unknown.
Who was it?
Dunno. They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me.
Rude.
Oh, you're FBI? Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
Grace, stay close to me.
I'm coming!
Keep moving.
What's wrong?
I'll explain later.
I've been watching you. You're not like other people, you know. You're quite unique.
Tell me what's going on.
Something important.
Mom, I'm scared.
Grace. They're coming.
There's no escaping your destiny.
CrisisX throws players into a city unraveling before their eyes, as infection and fear ignite total collapse. Panic floods the streets, alliances fracture, and survival becomes a desperate instinct. With dynamic events and unpredictable encounters shaping every second, it's a relentless struggle to outlast a world falling apart.
How would you choose? Alone. Rebuild. To wilderness. To horizons. Lost. Maybe the way clears when we walk together. Collaborate. Fight. Side by side. Get everything back on track. Allied. United. But people stay the same. We clash. We claim. We raid. The livings become the real crisis. And this time, what's your way out?
Corpse Party 2 reawakens the cult horror series with new characters, new terrors, and deeper psychological dread. Trapped in cursed locations, you must survive haunting spirits and disturbing visions. Every choice, every scream, pulls you deeper into the dark.
Who were you before? Who did you love?
State of Decay 3 evolves open-world survival with lifelike communities, deep management systems, and cinematic storytelling. Build, defend, and lead as the undead evolve and resources vanish. Every decision shapes your world and the lives that depend on it.
Now. We all knew the risks when we ventured out beyond the gates. But you helped us make something greater than the fear and death that surrounded us. We found hope in each other.
Help! I'm surrounded. They're everywhere. There's way more than I was expecting.
And even if we bought the other survivors just one more day, the sacrifice would be worth it. It would always be worth it. And that helped us find the courage to keep going. To fight on. When we needed it the most. I didn't know you well. But we'll keep your memory alive. Every sacrifice we make matters and will never be forgotten. No one is forgotten. We live on.
Berarti Ibu tahu saya tidak punya pilihan lain.
In Agni, village of Calamity, ancient folklore meets an outbreak of death and despair. Rituals, faith, and survival collide as the infection devours a once peaceful village. It's a haunting blend of mysticism and horror, where tradition becomes both weapon and curse.
Jadi Ibu cuma mau saya nunggu aja gitu.
Kita bertindak sebagaimana mestinya. Tugasmu bukan di sini. Agni, perlu kamu ketahui, sejengkal saja kamu keluar dan menginjakkan kaki di tempat itu, semua pintu deskupan akan tertutup buatmu. Jangan buat keputusan yang akan kamu sesali.
Lila butuh saya, Bu.
Agni, Kak, ini Lila, Kak. Ayo pulang. Lila mau pulang.
Due to recent flooding and pandemic, access to all external areas is restricted.
The Sinking City 2 merges Lovecraftian mystery with spreading infection. As reality dissolves, you investigate a city drowning in both water and madness. Its grotesque monsters and decaying world blur the line between cosmic horror and the undead unknown. God Save Birmingham drops you into a collapsing British city overrun by infection and crime. Rival gangs, corrupt leaders, and desperate survivors fight for control as chaos reigns. Gritty, grounded, and relentlessly human, it's zombie horror through the lens of survival and decay.